Yo, 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 it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and my wonderful, amazing, beautiful co-host, Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hey, we got two wonderful guests with us tonight. We may have a third that might pop in later on during the show. Miss Jamila Austin Graves and Mr. Brandon Winfrey. Everybody give a round of applause for our guests tonight. We definitely appreciate y'all being here. So we'll start with Jamila. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Everybody calls me Jam. I've been in the military almost 23 years, active duty, flight attendant. I'm also a yoga instructor and a chef, and I'm finishing up my PhD in health and wellness psychology. That'll be my fifth and final degree, and I'm retiring soon.
Come on, there's a testimony here.
Right, all the things, right? Black girl magic. My 40th birthday is Friday. So I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii and hang out on the beach with my girls. So I think this year will be good for me, but that's about me.
Okay, well, happy birthday to the birthday lady. We hope that you enjoy this 40th year on Earth. We take it for granted, birthdays now, but we definitely love that for you and hope the best for you. Mr. Brandon Winfrey, before I let you go, man, this man said that he wanted to be on this show. He said, I want all the smoke. I want to hear it all. And we appreciate that. And we love when people that watch the show come on the show. So, Mr. Brandon, tell us about yourself.
A lot of people call me by my last name because my first name is so common. I'll be 30 in a few months. Cut hair full time right now. Still trying to get some other side gigs going on to get that extra, money flow coming in. Just glad to be here, man. Appreciate you guys having me here.
Definitely, man. Love you being here. So, where you cutting at so people that's watching can know where to find you?
I'm at Sport Clips right now. In Mechanicsville, Bell Creek.
Okay.
Want to go and get chopped up, man.
Okay, man. Definitely. So we got an interesting show tonight. We had another person that was going to be on too. Hopefully he shows up when he can. He just had a little personal issue he had to attend to. But we're going to be talking about why men lose interest in women. So that's going to be a very interesting topic. And Mr. Winfrey over here, he said that he going to take the torch. So y'all direct all the smoke to him. But before we get to that, we're going to bring up our dusty grape of the day, man. And I'm not going to talk about it because I really don't know too much about it. But this Nicki Minaj stuff, what is going on? Janelle, help me understand this, and y'all can help me too.
I feel like you can explain it better than I can, Miss Ma'am, because you knew way more details than I did. But from what I've seen, Megan has a new song out called Hiss. She had one line where she goes at Drake because if you remember, Drake talked about the shooting in one of his previous songs. She may or may not have dissed Nicki. She did not say Nicki's name. And for the last 4 days, Nicki has been on every social media platform. She has dropped a song and has been going and going and going. She's actually, I just opened my phone and she did something else within the last 20 minutes. Unhinged is the best word I could think of. Delusional, mentally unwell.
I don't know what's going on with her. Miss Jam.
I was reading some of the comments, and one of the comments stood out, and it was discussing her being a bully to females in the rap game or the rap business. And they said all the females that she has beef with, they should come out with a song called Bully the Bully and bully her back. It just seems like she's always got an issue with someone, and she's over 40. So I'm like, okay, maybe she should chill out. And she's got a lot of personal issues in her life. So she's going in and talking about Meg Thee Stallion's dead mother. And, she's kind of like throwing stones, and she lives in a glass house. I mean, her dad was, had some issues and he got ran over and he passed away, and she's
got ran over. Wait, what do I not know? What? You just said that like that was her dad was run over?
Yeah, he was involved in a hit and run and he passed away. So people were joking
Legit
about him
running
getting a
over.
speed
Wow.
bump or a
Wow.
bumper sticker. Yeah, and her dad in the bumper sticker.
So
Her
funny to me.
brother's also a pedophile. Her husband's a pedophile.
Her
Like, you got a lot
husband
going
is
on,
a pedophile.
And
right?
brother?
Yeah, and
Regis-
brother. Yeah,
and brother,
God
yeah.
dang.
so she should probably think about things before she wants to
Yeah,
come
and
I
I
out.
wonder
can't
I mean,
how
I
find.
love
often
Nicki.
people
I
have to
love Pink.
visit
I'm a
her
Nicki
house.
fan. But
I
Oh,
wonder
you're a
how
Nicki
often, like,
fan.
y'all.
I mean, I've always been a Nicki fan. Not, in previous history. I've enjoyed her music. I'm from New York. I grew up in New York, so I've enjoyed her music in the past. But her antics, I 1000%. I'm not a bully, so I don't agree with anybody being bullied. Absolutely not.
Okay. Uh, Winfrey, man, how do you feel about her? I,
Man, I don't, the whole thing is crazy. At first I was like, man, where did this beef come from? You know what I mean? And then somebody said that I know in his song, right? Allegedly she took a shot at Nicki Minaj's husband, I think. And I think that's why she's been going hard on this.
with the Megan's Law line.
But
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't keep up with him. I just see it popping up everywhere, every social media platform. I'm like, yo. I mean, I listened to it. Don't get me wrong. I did listen today, and I was like, why is she doing this? Like, I listened to the original, like the song itself, and then I went and listened to the acapella because she dropped two, one with the instrumental, then one with straight just acapella. And I was like, all right, let me see what she's saying. She's like a mumble rapper too, like, so I'm like, all right, let's cut the beat. And I was like, yo, she's really saying some like off the wall stuff. Like, she said that Meg slept with her mom's man's or something like that, like out the gates. I was like, what?
listen, go ahead, let Meg pull a Cardi B and take all your money.
Man, what? And then they got all kinds of receipts where like Nicki can't, like she said she'll go to her former producer or something and buy her whole catalog. And it was like, yo, you can't even afford it. Like, she had to take out a crazy loan for a house
Yeah,
or something.
apparently
Like
she's wildly in debt. That's why
yeah, so I was
all
like,
the money she makes from this tour is going to her debt.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, you're a poor and
One Lock 9 joined. We appreciate you joining. I just don't understand how you think you have any foot to stand on and you married a sex offender. I can't. And then had a kid by a sex offender.
yeah.
Like that part
that
don't
should
sit.
even be allowed. You
Like that.
shouldn't be allowed to do that.
That doesn't that don't sit well with me. I think Nicki, a lot of this is just internal hurt because she hasn't won a Grammy, and she's watching all these other rappers that she feels that are not as good as her win a Grammy,
And
Well,
came up
she
after
got a
her
Grammy.
and got a Grammy.
and I think she feels like she was this. I feel like she thinks she's more of a pioneer than she is in rap, and I think that's the problem. There were better people before you, and there are better people after you, and I think that's the problem. Like she doesn't understand that I think she was rapping in a time when there was a gap in women rappers, and she was like the only one for a while. I mean, you had your Remy Ma's and stuff, but they weren't putting out enough mainstream stuff to keep people satiated, and she was with Young Money, so she was always out there. And so now, when you have a Cardi out here, you've got Megan out here, you're not as good as you thought you were, and your relevancy is dying.
She's like a spoiled child. Like, she was that singular person for a while. And so she got used to people spoiling her. But when you have other people in the game, that love tends to like soften out and expand. And so, spoiled child syndrome is kind of, I feel like, what she's going through.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I guess this beef will continue for the next however long Nicki needs it
she
to.
finally decides to
And
stop.
but kudos to Megan. She has not responded to this at all. She's just going ahead and making her money. And I don't know. I think Nicki either get in the studio and be productive again, or just stop.
Please.
Just stop with the Roman stuff too. That's so weird, man. That is so weird. Like when she first came out and she was doing that, and she was like, "I got
There's
someone
like
who
two songs where she does that I enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'm like, she's like when she first said she had a person that lived inside her whose name was Roman, I was already off. I said, Satan, get thee behind.
But I feel like all
knew it
women
was
have
crazy.
a little person inside of them that y'all don't. That's like our alter ego.
You think we all? You saying we all?
Women.
They
My
got
alter ego's name is
And
Iman.
Brandon's gonna talk about that. Brandon's gonna talk about that. He's gonna talk to the woman inside of y'all. That's what
No,
he's
you
gonna
don't want to see that, man.
do.
You don't want to see that. You'll
He's gonna
drive
talk
yourself
to the
away.
woman-
Subjective.
No, he's gonna talk to the woman inside of y'all tonight. But yeah, she gets the Dusty Grape tonight. Nikki, do better.
Go get some rest, honey.
And make sure you're not within 300 feet of a school. That's all we're asking.
Damn.
Stay out of there. Stay out of there. Speaking of spoiled, the city of Detroit was spoiled with wins this year, boy. They were spoiled. They thought they were going to the Super Bowl. And in my opinion, they were 2 kicks away. And they didn't make those kicks yesterday. And now Detroit and Baltimore didn't show up. I'm sorry, Winfrey. Sorry, man. Because he's a Baltimore fan. I'm sorry. The blackest cities got kicked out. The NFL knew what they were doing.
Yeah, you see what they did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
They knew them chinchillas were going to take up too many seats. You got to buy 2 seats worth, and they knew they weren't going to get that money.
Go.
So
Sure.
they made sure them snakeskin shoes won't coming up in there. They were like, nah. They're like, let's pull the whitest city from Missouri and send their team. Because they want Taylor Swift to be there. That's all this is.
Because I'm telling you, the whole theory is that he's going to propose. Let me tell you, I want to throw up. And it has even nothing to do with the fact that I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't care who this would be in this position. Just stop it.
Yeah, man. But let me say this, and y'all don't have to agree. I think we're being unfair to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Now, why we had to go and mention her, Delilah, I'm sorry. Now, I do agree that the NFL should stop showing her so much. But look, I don't think this is her fault. She didn't ask for this. But the NFL has made, let me look at the number.
It was a crazy amount.
Sorry, yeah, I got to go look at it because I don't want to say it wrong.
Wasn't
The NFL has generated $331.5 million from her being there alone, just for the Chiefs. Her brand value, she's made the brand value of the NFL go up by that much. I
think that's great. It's not even that, though. It's like they're not strategically using her at all. They just post her farting or breathing, or like she could do she doesn't do anything. And that's what bothers me.
She's there to support her man. It's the cameras that keep turning.
No, I'm not mad at her. I don't think it's her fault at all. I am more mad at whoever's posting, like, Taylor Swift walks through the locker room.
She's so regular looking. That's what bothers me. She's regular looking. She looks like she's always wet.
The body is just getting.
No, she does. She looks like she's always wet. Like her hair always wet or something. Like I don't know.
She smells like a little outside.
A little mildewish.
No, I think that she's a phenomenal writer and she does what she does well. I'm really not trying to hate on her. But y'all know I don't even support the NFL and I'm sick of this. It's all over my
Trevor, come upstairs, bro. He said the slobbing is annoying.
Trevor, you can't come upstairs.
No, but it's like Taylor Swift. I just feel like she's so regular looking. She wears that bright, hot red lipstick that makes her look even more pale. Like I don't.
The wife of the player who made the jacket for Taylor, she's more interesting than Taylor. That's what made me mad. I felt like Taylor should have more so said, "This jacket wasn't my doing. This woman made it." Like it's been all about Taylor wearing the jacket. I'm like, if y'all don't promote this woman and her talents, because I want a jacket.
Perez says send that needle back to Men in Black. Oh, that's not. Oh, Nebel. That's the little that little aliens off of Men in Black. That ain't right.
Nice.
That's
we
not
don't
nice.
support that.
She looked like she just got off work from a Hicktown diner. Oh man,
she looks like someone that would live down here.
Yeah,
like they go have dinner on plantation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I really don't know what to do. I just the NFL's making money off it, so they're gonna keep doing it, and that's because
now they have women watching now.
Mm-hmm.
The swag surfing, I was offended. Swag surfing.
Yeah. We should have kept that to ourselves.
Riverboating. No, she was smart. She would have come out and said, no, like That's why I need these people to hire me. Y'all got to use these things for your benefit. People are annoyed about her, and she's like, "It's not my fault." Well, you up here swag surfing, come out and say, "Well, the originators of swag surfing was these folks, the blacks."
They ain't gonna do that though.
You're right. You're right.
They do.
You're right. All right. So it's speaking of women watching. I hope the women are ready tonight. We about to talk about what makes men lose interest in women, and unfortunately, it's just me and you, Brandon, and I'm the host. So anything you say is your thoughts and not mine. So I'll just go put that out there right now.
Quick disclaimer.
Quick disclaimer. But with that being said, I don't believe in one-sided conversations here in the man cave. So that's why we have our ladies here to either validate what you're saying or push back on it. And nobody's wrong and nobody's right. It's
Yes,
just
y'all
a
are.
matter of it's
You're
a matter
wrong right now.
Crazy.
and see that we already start off on the red. But no, it's a matter of perspective, and we can respect each other and we can have a good conversation. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Y'all with it?
I was watching What's Love Got to Do with It yesterday, so that's the energy I'm on.
Okay.
Boy.
So Winfrey man, hey, take it away. Explain in your own mind what's right. I mean, if it's a generational thing or whatnot, but just what makes you lose interest as a man.
For me personally, it'll just be like, just don't switch up on me. I mean, however you come into it, like just be your authentic self, have a mind of your own. Once you start listening to your friends on like with disagreements and stuff like that, it's like, am I dating you? Am I dating your friends? Like, what we doing here? Have my back, you know what I mean? I'm always have hers. Like, as long as you got mine, we got each other. I mean, ain't no reason for me to switch up, And if feeling wanted, you gotta feel wanted. You gotta know that you're, because nobody's perfect, right? Let's start there. Nobody's perfect. So if your man slips up, but later on you see him progressing, he's doing better.
I'm sorry, can we go back? Can you
She gonna go to slip
elaborate? Because you're talking. I'm with you, but you're going a little bit too fast for me.
My bad.
When you say he slips up, can you elaborate on slip up?
I'm talking cheating and nothing like that. Like he might, like, say you used to getting like, I don't know, say you used to getting flowers every Friday or something like that. He might forget a Friday or two.
Okay.
But he might make up on it in another way, Monday through Thursday. I mean, just give him his flowers. Like, yeah, I know you did this, did that, but I see you, you working on it. You coming around. You feel me?
So do you feel like
I got a question?
Go ahead, Janelle. Go ahead.
So you open this conversation by saying, "Don't switch up on me. Stay the same, remain your same authentic self." And then within 45 seconds, you said, "But if I slip up,"
I ain't switch up. I just slipped up.
There's a difference.
So give me the difference here. Give me the difference here.
Between
maybe I'm comprehending this not the way that I should be.
Slipping up. Say I don't know. Keeping up on your love language, I guess.
Okay, now what is
a slip up? But a switch up is like just not doing the things that I usually do anyway.
Okay,
that makes sense.
So
got you. Okay.
Do you feel like when you say when you're saying like don't switch up, like what is what have you experienced or whatnot that has made you feel like women switch up in a relationship? Like do you have that kind of like an example of that?
I personally haven't. But I mean people do find themselves getting comfortable and then they just stop courting you or whatever. Does that make sense?
We got a YouTube comment from Brittany Jackson. She says slipping up is a one-time thing. Switch up is a long-term change. Okay. So yeah, basically just starting in the beginning of the relationship, the way you start keeping that energy throughout. Miss Jam, do you understand what he's saying? Do you feel like there's validity, or do you feel like you need to shut the hell up?
No, I think there's validity. Obviously, let's start by saying that me and Janelle are not men, so psychologically, our minds work a little bit different. But with that being said, yeah, there's validity in what he's saying. I think he's asking for grace when he does his slip ups, and not switch ups. So switch up is kind of like doing a 180 and I guess becoming something that you're not. So sometimes people think switching up is like what, letting themselves go, or gaining a bunch of weight or whatever that looks like to people. But so I understand, okay, you may have had a rough week, you were stressed out and you forgot to buy flowers and you do it like once a week. Okay, that's a slip up. And yeah, you want your significant other to allow you grace. So I understand where you're coming from. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And I will agree with what you said about friends, man. Ladies, sometimes it's your friends, man, that are holding you back from other guys getting in your circle. Like, you have them nosy friends that think they always, like he said, if am I dating you or am I dating your friends? Like, when your friends' opinions gotta matter so much to the point where we can't move without them knowing, that is a huge turn off for men. Like, y'all don't understand, like, being around the friends that always gotta be around, or getting annoyed because she want to spend time with you. Like, y'all got to get away from them friends. They're not your friends. They're your competition. They are your competition, and they don't want you to be happy. Janelle, did you have any thoughts?
I guess I said what I had to say about it. I understand more now what you were saying. I do kind of, I really feel like it's subjective because I've been married going on 8 years this year. And I'm certain in areas I can say Trevor was not this way when we first met, or I was not this way when we first met. So I guess I would be more careful when I said, like, don't switch up. I would just hope that the switch up doesn't harm us or me, I guess I would say more so. But I think that we all go through different evolutions of being different people. Like, I've been different forms of myself. So I think it would be hard to just like remain that person you met when we first met. But I would hope that as I change, it would be for the better and not harm you or harm me.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Brandon, you got anything else to add on that?
No, I totally agree. Everything
Um,
said.
but Brandon, do you feel like women, when it comes to, like, when you're saying giving grace, do you feel like they expect it quicker when they slip up versus when men slip up and do something that's wrong? Do you
I
feel
mean,
like there's a difference in the time?
if we being honest though, man, fellas might hate me for this one, but it's kind of hard to find like a woman that really like slips up. You know what I mean? First of all, women that slip up, when they slip up, they good at it too though. Let's not forget that part though. They're a little more clean with their slip ups too. You know.
Oh, so you're saying they know how to keep it under wrap when they slip, but we kind of too messy out in the open.
Yeah.
Delilah said we love it here. Brandon, did you come to pick somebody? What's going on?
No, I'm good. I'm
This
good,
what you
man.
were saying in the no, that's not what you were saying. But what do you mean by that? Women don't really slip up like that. What you mean by that?
I mean, you rarely hear guys like, man, I've been dealing with this for so long. Like, I don't know what I'm like. Women, they always say, like, their friends, the good friends, they be like, how long are you gonna keep dealing with that? Like, you deserve better, stuff like that. But you don't hear a guy like, man, I'm tired of dealing with this, bro. Like, I mean, they.
But do you think that's because we're conditioned to keep our stuff inside versus talk about our feelings on that kind of stuff on the outside? Because women, they'll sit in a group with their girlfriends and their PJs and they'll talk it all
with
out.
The wine going crazy, ain't
with
it?
The wine going, that Stella Rosa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true too. But I mean, all guys have at least one male friend that they can talk to about any and everything whenever. Thanks. So I mean, back to your question. You said,
appreciate this young man. Sorry, I really appreciate you right now. Go ahead.
Me too.
I ain't gonna be like sexist about it. I mean, I'm just
right. I'm here for it.
So you said, do I think? What was the original question?
I think what was the original question?
We went like everywhere.
I was saying, do you think that women don't give men as like the grace that we give them when they do slip up? So like when your girl slip up and she come to you be like, oh, I messed up. They expect forgiveness right off the bat. Versus that's when it's you feel like you don't get that same grace when you do mess up.
No, I don't think that. I think because women are it's gonna sound bad, but they're emotional, right? So
They're emotional.
if you do them dirty some kind of way, like trust is broken, they take a few steps back from you. You know what I mean? So
You
it's
should
like
just write an ebook.
hard.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be so rich. Write this down in an ebook. Charge $25, $30.
It's like we have to work harder to win them over versus them, like, because I mean, you really don't catch women slipping. So when you do, they be like, "Ah, yeah, damn, you got me, my bad." But then you like, "All right, I can respect that." She's not like these other guys or other women that's gonna keep it under wraps and just keep riding it. You know what I mean? Or deny. So it's just that's just how it is, man. We have to work a little harder because our small slip ups cut deeper than a woman's slip up. You know what I'm saying?
I will throw this.
Because you're saying because they're
Right.
they're emotional.
Yeah, they're emotional. Like most times, a woman would probably want to tell a guy "I love you" before a guy wants to tell a woman. So it's like because they're already there, emotionally, they're there. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait, let's pause on that real quick. Let's pause on. I saw some funny faces. Jam, tell everybody what your doctorate is in, real quick.
Doctorate.
Psychology and health and wellness psychology. So.
Okay, so Brent, get ready for this now. So do you agree with that? Do you agree with most women want to say "I love you" before a guy does?
I feel like they will.
Janelle said no.
I don't necessarily agree or disagree. I feel like it's probably a crapshoot. I feel like it might be half and half. I've seen it both ways, and I can't say that most women. Yes, I do agree that women are emotional, and they act off emotions.
Right.
But I can't say that women say "I love you" first, or want to say "I love you" first.
In your relationships, do you feel that way?
My personal relationships,
If you don't,
about what, saying "I love you"?
Yeah. Do you feel like you wait for the guy to say it first, or do you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because so for me, like, since psychology 101, for me it's like you're afraid of rejection or fear that like you're not good enough. That's my personal. That's not all women, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait to say it because I want him to be sure about me and I want him to be solid on me, right? So I'm not going to, I'm very emotional. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm a lover, and I love hard, and I like hugs and kisses, and I will hug and kiss you all day, and I will give you words of affirmation, and I will do gifts and acts of service, and that's how I show my love, right? So I'm showing it to you, but I'm not going to say it because I do not want that rejection. And sometimes men run from the "I love you," and they may feel it, right? Or they might not know, like, they might have been hurt in the past or whatever. They may feel it and they just might not be ready or there to say it. So I don't want to make them uncomfortable or make them feel pressured to say it. So in my personal relationships, normally I'll wait.
So I'm gonna bounce off you and go back to Winfrey. Then I'm gonna go to you, Janelle. How then? I'll say it. I love all of God's children. Oh, and we love you too.
Who said that?
I got. I am just me. 2010.
That's all right.
2010. I don't know who that is.
That's all right. I will run through this house.
Put your name in the chat because I love that. But anyway, so Miss Jam,
Yes.
you said you gotta feel that he's down for you. You gotta know that.
Yeah.
How do you? Oh, it's you. You all over the. She in every streaming platform possible, and then we appreciate it,
okay?
and we love you. How do you know when that man is down for you? And we're gonna ask Winfrey if you're correct. That's what we're gonna ask. So, how do you know if a man is down for you? How do you know?
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
So, they respect my boundaries. They do a good job at interpreting and speaking my love language, even if it's not theirs. So they make an effort. They don't have to speak it 100% of the time, but they make an effort. Open and honest two-way communication and comprehension. Like if you can hear me speaking, but if you don't comprehend me, then there's no way that we can be down. We can be on the same, we need to be on the same wavelength and we need to be on the same vibe. And then obviously, when I want to, do better for them and I want to help them do better for themselves, like, then I know, okay, this person, might be my person. They might be down. But that's
Okay.
kind of how I feel.
What you feel, man? Is that how do you show a lady that you down for her though?
I'm all for it. Like I've been with I've been with my lady for almost 7 years, right?
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And her love language and the way that I show love are two different things, right?
Mhm.
So it took me some time to match that, and like she said, to at least make the effort to speak her language. I mean, I it's gonna sound bad, but I didn't want a relationship, right? But we were rocking, the vibes were there, so I'm like, dang, I think I'm in a relationship because I mean, I was feeling her, you know, you know
You
what I
just
mean?
fell up in that joint, huh?
Got a
You just
whole
fell in.
girlfriend.
My girl, or like, you want to be my man? It's like it wasn't anything like that. It was just like it was just understood, you know what I mean? And yeah, like of course, you got to have the love language thing because that's the foundation, if you will, to keep things going. So yeah, I'm more of a quality time and physical touch, and she's like a words of affirmation and stuff like that. So I'm like,
They said you slipped and fell into a relationship, brother.
yeah, man, nobody warned me that was there, but it was all good. The slip was worth it. That's a good slip.
Aw,
As
that's
long
beautiful.
as she caught you, bro. As long as she caught you, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Janelle, what you got on that? And then I'm gonna go to the questions that we asked in our story,
What's the question?
the flirting and the sex.
No, I'm saying, what's the question I'm answering? Right?
Oh, I thought you had anything to wrap up this. Hold on. We got a comment that just came in. It's a little lengthy. So that brings up a good point. Men oftentimes say they aren't looking for anything serious in the beginning. How do you navigate that as a woman? Damn. Janelle, you've been you can answer that if you want to, and then we can go to Jam, and then we can get to these questions.
That was not my experience. Trevor was very open and said my next relationship will be I want it to be my final relationship when we first met. But I have dealt with men who weren't serious about settling down or anything like that. And I think that's fine, but I would hope it would be communicated ahead of time. Especially, I mean, I'm 34, so if we're in our 30s and I'm dating, I would hope you would say, like, hey, I'm just enjoying myself right now, like not looking for anything serious. Because I don't believe time has limits when it comes to when you feel like you should settle down. There are people that are getting married in their 60s and 70s, like that's on you, but you don't have to play with someone else while you're trying to figure that out. On the other side of that, ladies, it's okay to not want to settle down with the first man that makes you feel good. It is perfectly okay to test a few more, have a few more appetizers before the main course. Okay. I mean, some people they make it forever when they're just with that one person, but I know a lot of people who just like it's that one all be all. That's it, and it's like you missed out. So,
But like, when do you know you're in a relationship? Would you ask a woman and wait for a man to ask you? Just like, I guess we in a relationship. Okay, she said, "Well, count me in for tapas." No, for me, man, I think I was more like Winfrey, man. Like, you just kind of. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship in my life where I've said, "We dating now." Like, we boyfriend. Will you be my girlfriend? Maybe back in the locker days when I dropped a note in there and you checked up and said, "Yeah." Like, it was middle school, but I think now it's more so. You get to kicking it, you get to talking every day, you get that, that feel like, I don't want to not talk to her tomorrow. Like, I want to keep talking to her. Like, hey, shoot, and don't let her cook nothing good, because then that just heightens everything else up. And then so, you stay over a little bit, you start spending more time, and then sooner or later, you just like, man, I'm spending my whole time with you. We in a relationship.
but do you think it's sometimes confuses people when you don't verbalize that this
Yes.
is
Yes.
Nah,
That's what I wanted to speak on.
I mean, it can be. It can be, but I mean, it wasn't.
because you can't read other people's minds unless your name is clear.
Exactly.
You start making out, you know.
I've made out with many a man that is
That
not
you're not in a
mine.
relationship with. Right?
If you start making out and y'all start swapping that lip,
tongue wrestling.
y'all
You
start
should
tongue
have asked
wrestling.
me when I knew Trevor was the one or whatever he did for me. That's what you should have asked me.
What did Trevor do that made you know that he was your person then?
Trevor pays attention to things that I don't even pay attention to about me. Like when we first started dating, I don't remember ever telling him that I wanted a specific shrimp meal. I don't remember this at all. But one day he just showed up at my door with that shrimp meal. And I was like, I know I wanted some. He's just very, very attentive.
That's all it takes, fella. Scrimp.
He also allows me to be 100% myself. Like, and he knows this. Like, I am 100% myself with Trevor. And I'm actually not even like that with anyone. Not my parents, not my sister. Trevor makes me feel 100% comfortable. I could be at my ugliest, most trifling self, and he still love me. So
let me read some of these comments real quick, and we got to get to these questions that we pushing.
Right, just ask. Good.
Because the guy would turn around and Donatello Minnick, I hope I'm saying that right, says endless appetizers approved. Go ahead, but don't fill up on that now.
Listen, go ahead.
You're gonna have no space for the main course,
especially if you have Fridays. Get it.
And appetizers are cheaper for a reason. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. They're cheaper for a reason. Delilah says yes. She said, Yewande said, because a guy will turn around and be like, I never said we were exclusive.
Exactly.
Come on.
That's why
I never said that. And then he got 35 women.
Exactly.
35.
And a woman too.
35.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a wife. You got a whole
what?
Two baby moms,
35?
5 kids.
30.
Let me tell you
Anyway.
something. People we know have done this.
Okay. Hey, Toya. She says, I'm going to ask, we too old to be in situationships, sir. What are we doing? Pulling up on him.
Yes.
And then Delilah says, but then y'all going to be sick when we go off with somebody else because y'all didn't ask.
Hello?
He running down the wall.
He going to look better.
That's subjective. That is subjective. He loved you. Yeah, because she got you that scrimp. All right, let me go to these questions because I asked some questions in the chat on the Instagram page. And thank y'all for rocking with us. We got a good number out here tonight. We got like 24 people. Appreciate that. I asked some questions on the Instagram page. So I wanted to gauge what y'all thought. So the first one I asked was, what was it? I can't read, y'all. The first one I asked was about flirting. Was flirting important in the relationship? And 89% of people with 2 undecided, because I was one of the people who voted undecided, so we could keep it pure. I put undecided because I don't want mine to throw off.
Why would you tell us?
I'm appalled.
But why would you tell us?
Well, because it's not my real vote. I voted on my personal page too. So.
But now I gotta judge you. Go ahead.
I voted undecided for us, for the Man Cave page, because I didn't want our vote to swing anything. 89% of people said that flirting is important in the relationship. Jamila, what makes you feel like flirting is important in a relationship? I mean, you got all that psychological knowledge. So what is it you do? And we'll come to you, Brandon, as well.
Well, outside of my psychological knowledge, I'm a natural born flirt. So people say I flirt with men, women, old, young, babies, old people.
No,
like,
wait,
yo.
It's your cheeks, right? So that's why you a Nicki fan.
Absolutely not. Disrespectful.
Wait,
We're not
we
doing
play.
that. Right. We don't do that. But I think it's healthy because I feel like your partner wants to be wanted. You know, like, so you have to keep things interesting. And like Janelle said earlier, you're not the same person over time. You're growing and evolving. But something has to remain constant. So I feel like, you know, flirting with your significant other, you know, whether it's taps on the little booty, give them a little kiss, or sending them something sweet, or a just because gift, right? She said Trevor pays attention to little details. You paying attention to those little details and, you know, flirting with your wife, like, oh, babe, you was looking bomb today. You know, you're going to get some when you get home, or, you know, like, you know, pat me on the butt, you know, grab my hand, you know, caress the back of my naps when I got my weave in, you know, do something, right? So I feel like that's going to keep it healthy as you guys are growing and evolving. And yes, not all the time you're going to want to flirt, but I feel like a good, healthy amount of flirting with your significant other is going to keep the razzle dazzle in the relationship, jazz it up. And, you know, you find different ways to flirt. You know, sometimes you bring some toys and, you know, sometimes you bake a cake, or, you know, sometimes you put something on.
I like that. The authority is in the chat right now. Mama Pam done showed up tonight.
Oh Lord.
Mama Pam showed up. She said, "We all wrong." She said, first of all, I guess she's talking about dating and being in a relationship. She says it needs to be communicated so that it is not assumed.
Yes,
We
Why are
listen.
you reading it like
I feel like that's the way she said it.
we agree.
And she put the comma in the right place and everything. So I knew when to stop and breathe. She said his comment. And then she said flirting is a part of intimacy. So you can't get to the intimacy without the flirt. You gotta flirt your way to it, fellas. Flirt your way to it.
Foreplay that flirt.
My mama said this person is smart. I guess they're talking about you, Jamila. Yeah, she says she's talking about you. He better flirt with me. The man at the gas station is always trying to
be consistent.
man, hey, those guys know persistence, man. They do. Brandon, you got anything to say about that?
Nah, not. Well, I don't have a rebuttal. I agree with everything you said. I mean, I do have a question though.
Oh, go ahead.
For the ladies, man. How do y'all go about flirting with your man?
Ooh. Because you might not be hitting it.
Nah, man. I'm just curious, man. I mean, everybody knows how guys flirt. You know, a little comment with a compliment. You know, like you said, tap on the butt or whatever. Rub the
What if you don't like a tap on the ass? Because I don't like a tap on the ass. Don't like
no, not for us. No.
No, just making sure. But yeah.
No. I'm saying we know how. Well, everybody knows how guys flirt with their lady or whatever. I just don't. You don't really hear about like women actually flirting.
Janelle.
So I mean, daggone it. It's not common, I should say. You don't really hear about it a lot.
Fair.
Do women know how to flirt?
Yes, we do.
I think women are great flirts. Y'all just be.
Yeah.
I think the issue is that there's like this standard idea of flirting that when women flirt, y'all miss it.
Because y'all be too complex with the flirt. Just be straight up with the flirt.
But what is straight? I don't even know what straight up is. Like the way I flirt is, I might just walk. I have this thing where Trevor plays a video game. I'll just come downstairs, not even say a word, just rub his beard for like 5 seconds, rub his neck, and then walk away. Or is that not flirting?
It is flirting.
Is that flirting?
You see our face. You see our faces on that.
How is that not flirting?
I'm just thinking. I'm like.
No,
I guess it depends on the guy. I mean, if it's a physical touch kind of language going on, that's perfect.
If he's a physical touch guy, that could be flirting.
I mean, when we go out, of course, like sometimes I'll act Trevor act like I don't know him and like flirt with him, like you trying to be my man.
That's flirting. That's
fun.
That's flirting.
The role playing, I like it.
Yeah, tell your man he's sexy. So who you sexy to? Jam.
I do. I do mostly like I'll know their favorite dish, so I'll be cooking for them, and something scantily clad. I travel for work, so I'm not always in the vicinity. So I might send a risque picture.
What kind of picture?
Not
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Right.
A risky
picture. Oh, right. But if you're my man, I'm trying to, keep it spicy. I'll always compliment his haircut. Like, ooh, that part.
Yes, y'all know I'm a compliment.
You got that line up. That mustache is popping.
Hey,
right?
He's a barber. He knows
exactly. So the lineups be good. When they wear like good smelling cologne, I'll be like, you edible, right? You look like you taste good.
Tell me you gonna eat me up. Right? Tell me you gonna eat me up.
Swallowed. I'm
swallowed.
Swallowed. Yeah, crazy man.
Swallowed up. No.
Yeah.
So we got a comment. Let me read these comments, and we're gonna get to the next thing so we can get it in here. When he gets that fresh cut, I'm going to gas him every time. He a whole new man with that cut.
Yes.
Women flirt with eye contact and facial expressions. And you better use some words. We got Delilah says, if you didn't see me looking at you from 100 yards away, then I don't know what to tell you.
Look, because I know my look could cut through you. All right.
Man, guys, we be just trying to be looking at what's 10 feet in front of us, and you talking about 100 yards away, man.
I might be looking at the guy behind me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if you look at me. I want to do that awkward wave thing. Like we ain't no, that dude. Damn. Tiffany Janelle says a little light touch and eye contact. Give him that look. Yes, ma'am. That game gets shut off quick.
Oh man, what?
You come over here and touch me and give me them hungry eyes?
No, you gonna stay on that game till it's done.
Man, my boy
them hungry eyes,
in the middle of a
man.
game one time. All his lady did was walk by in some booty shorts.
I was
He's
gonna
like,
say,
"Y'all be
walk
back."
around
I'm like,
in
"Hey,
underwear?
yo, what is happening?"
Yeah.
That's
Walk
all we
around
need
in
to know.
underwear?
But see,
Is that
especially
considered flirting?
yes, because if you don't wear those things, if you don't do that often, and you just took the time today to walk in front of me with them shorts on,
So
I
if it's an
know I'm
in
not
front of the
just.
TV while
it's
I'm on the
not
game,
flirting.
it's
So me
automatic.
walking around half
Yeah.
naked every day is not
If
flirting.
you
Yeah, it's not.
Nah, every day, because that's every day. That's a common occurrence. So we're not gonna see that as something about to happen. If you constantly do that. But if you come downstairs in that savage Fenty with that back
Savage.
with that back that's blown out, you know that because she always leaving the back out on them thing. You come down with that and you walk in front of my game, I ain't saving nothing.
What is y'all
I ain't
wearing
saving
besides
nothing.
t-shirts and shorts?
Exactly. What you wearing?
T-shirts and shorts. What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Nothing in the next 5 seconds. You walk across like that. Nothing. I'm not wearing nothing. Like I don't know what you're talking, but you agree with me, women? You agree? Yeah,
sure.
man. Yeah, you see, guys don't be in the clouds. We just need you to pull me. If I'm in the clouds, pull me back down. Pull me back down. Run that booty across the screen.
I hate you so
Not
much.
doing
Say
the
less.
roll out my hand.
Them cheeks gonna be clapping.
Yeah, clap them cheeks. I'm gonna clap something too. Like we gonna have a round of applause in this house. I tell you that. But no.
Absolutely.
All right. Last thing for the night. One last question was: Do you believe in sexting your significant other in a relationship? And this question, I was surprised. 100% of people said absolutely. They absolutely believe in it. So, Janelle, why do you think that is? Why do people believe in that?
Why wouldn't it be? We're having fun, right? Turn up.
Okay.
Well, I would be shocked if someone said no. Unless, I mean, there are people, no, I don't know why anyone would say, unless you're just choosing abstinence or like refraining from having sex but I still feel like sexting doesn't have to be, it could be nasty without going too far. Like, why not? Turn up.
Miss Jan, why do you first of all, do you enjoy sexting your man?
Absolutely.
And if you do, why?
So I've been in a lot of long distance relationships, right? And then traveling for the last 23 years for work. So I like to, know that I'm wanted, and I want him to feel that he's wanted. And, you don't want to be out on a road with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, getting some loving. So I want my significant other to send me something, with my toys on the road. And then, I want to send him something so he got something to look at. I mean, guys be looking at their porn or their phones or whatever. But now you got a real life star right here. We about to do cartwheels, swing from the chandeliers, do splits. So yes, I'm trying to be your porn star, your stripper. Huh?
You said you take your toys on the road. You said international.
We doing something. I think it's healthy though. Like you want to feel wanted, and you want your significant other to feel wanted.
All right, Winfrey, man. How do you feel when you get that sex, man? You in there cutting, cutting, doing something, that phone vibrate. Marcus, cowboy jammies. Hey, man, Trev, you wild for that. I absolutely do not have any cowboy jammies. And I wouldn't call them jammies either. Go to bed. Go to bed. So how do you feel, man? You giving that fade, that temper tape, and you get that message, man.
Man, I give you a time, man. I was at Virginia State, man, and my group was up next for a presentation. I came up with every excuse in the world to push hours back because I had to go run to my dorm, bro. Because the picture was crazy. I was like, ain't no way I'm doing this. I cannot, you know what I mean? But I mean, I enjoy it. But I mean, I enjoy them. I mean, it's not a deal breaker for me. Like, oh, I don't send pictures. All right, that's cool. I mean, and it's not like, oh no, I gotta have them things. But
yeah, definitely.
I mean, no, I'm definitely not against the pics though, and they don't even have to be full blown nudes. They can be teasers. I think I prefer teasers over full blown nudes anyway. You know what I mean?
Same.
So yeah,
give me something to look forward to. I'll unwrap the gift myself. You gotta unwrap it for me. I'll wrap the gift myself.
Exactly.
Let me read this. Savage Fenty makes men's wear. Results may vary though. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me in them lacy joints. You ain't about to have me in them lacy joints. They ain't
They
gonna
have
last anyway.
I was gonna say they have regular.
Yeah, boxers with silk in different colors and black waistbands. They look straight. You fine.
Oh,
Put them on.
Man, they be having them little floral designs. I don't know.
You wear floral shirts. You might as well.
Floral shirt, but see this.
I love when men have printed underwear.
Yeah.
Printed is fine. I'm not talking about them lacy flower print on them joints.
Ain't no lace.
I saw that ad on Facebook, and that brother was in them lacy drawers. I said no, cause that'd be itchy. Like the way ours is set up, like that's not gonna feel good to me. Have my joint all scarred up and that. Nah. You walk past.
They're smooth on it. Wear the silk.
I don't know. Oh, they have silk boxes. Okay. We might look into Fenty. I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, sexting though, I think it's healthy. As long as there's a balance to it. It can't be you just requiring it all the time, of course. But it like you said, we travel for our jobs a lot. So it makes you feel wanted. It makes you feel like they still thinking about you. Like they still desire you and things like that. Like, so I think that's always a positive. And so it makes it even better when you get back around them because it's like, like you've been waiting for this. So and here I am in the flesh. Like I'm here in the flesh. So let's get this on. But there are people who just don't want to do it, like Winfrey said. And if you don't want to, you don't want to. But I think for us guys, lace boxers crazy as hell. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like joint be beat up, man. Yeah, I think there's a certain feeling you get when your girl does send you one that's like, she thinking about me, like, and that she still has that same desire for you that you have for her. I like that. Janelle, is there anything we didn't hit on there?
I think that was all the topics you had.
It adds spice, but keep it spontaneous. Yeah. Exactly. Like it can't be a scheduled thing, but man, yeah, like if it's scheduled, like I said, anything that you do all the time, it's gonna lose its luster after a while. Like if you constantly walking around and like shit all the time, like a guy gonna be like, this is the norm. But you come downstairs, like you said, you walk in front of that TV with a 6-piece wing and some panties. I'll follow you anywhere. I'll follow you where you want me to go. Where do you want me to go? I'll drizzle that mambo sauce on you. What you want me to do? I will do it. I will absolutely
walk down here right now and just buy me. She ain't in front of this. Yo, I'm out.
You gonna turn this camera off? We gonna lose him for the show. You want to say just don't forget the 6-piece. Yeah, don't forget the 6-piece.
Yeah,
don't forget the 6-piece.
Most important part.
But no, for me, man, it's like when you think about things that make a man lose interest, I think one of the small, like lack of attentiveness, that can turn you off. Where if needs feel like it's all about why we be losing in 2K.
Exactly.
She be walking in front. Yeah, bro.
Why you out of bounds? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I kicked and all of that.
Oh, my game froze. Yeah, your game ain't freeze. But no, like lack of attentiveness, selfishness. Like it seems like everything's starting to become about you and not one-sided. Yeah. Argumentative or always seeing not seeing our intent. That those things can kind of turn men off because we are very prideful. I think men are very prideful, whereas women are very emotional. Women, y'all feel things a lot deeper. Men, we take pride in and it might be it's toxic masculinity and things like that, that play into that. But we pride ourselves on being providers and being that and this and so when we don't feel like we're getting the appreciation for that can start turning us off from relationships. But you send a little sex, boy. that changed everything now. That will change everything. They're like, well, damn. And the thing about guys is it don't cost nothing to show us appreciation for real most of the time. And I think that's a big difference between men and women. Like sometimes a brother got to go out and just buy them flowers. Now we got to go out and buy that purse, or we got to go out and buy because we got to show you like with something that you can hold and it's tangible. That we do care and we do appreciate and we do see what you got. But sometimes for men, all it takes for us is you come here and give us a big ass kiss on the, and something like, I love you, or, I see you grinding, king, or saying something like that along those lines. that could be all it takes for us to get going and stay motivated and stay invested. Um, Miss Doctor, yeah, comments.
From a psychological perspective, I think what's often forgot about is when men don't feel safe because they're very, or they don't feel safe enough to be vulnerable, right? So they can't be their genuine, authentic self without you prejudging them or feeling like they're a sissy for crying or for, being soft or emotional. And then also, if they have like an illness or death in the family or stress, life stress, so work stress, so they can't perform at work, that means that they can't perform at home. So their psyche is kind of mental, their mental health is suffering. So they may lose interest in you, but it might not be you. It might actually just be them going through a time. So if they've lost a parent, if they've lost a sibling, a child, if they've lost their job, their finances are in order, if they're stressed out, for some other reasons, a lot of times if their mental is messed up, they might feel like that they lose interest in you, but it's not necessarily always about you. It could literally be about them. So sometimes when men lose interest, it may not have anything to do with you. It may just be what they're going through. Now you can practice some grace and some time and patience and try to help them, or in my case, like try to fix them. But sometimes everybody's not fixable. They have to be work through it. Like I said, therapy, gym, whatever that looks like for them. But a lot of times men will lose interest if they don't feel safe enough to be vulnerable with a person.
Absolutely. And Michael said men are more quality time or acts of service. That's me, absolutely. I'm really on big on acts of service. That's always been my thing. And then for me, it's just I need words of affirmation. Like that's all I like. When you tell me I'm doing a good job, or you see me out here grinding, like that can go a long way to just keep me going. Some comments in the Janelle will get to you. Inconsistency. Is she saying that from our side, or Tiffany? Tell me what you mean by the inconsistency. And then Shy says, we as women have to provide that safe space for our significant others. I absolutely 100% agree with that, but make sure that that the person that you're doing that for has emotional intelligence, because if not, they can dry you out too. So don't stay in a place where that person doesn't perceive like that they are having an issue or something with being open and safe with you. Janelle.
I agree with what everyone has said. I will say I sometimes disagree when people and this is out of all due respect, the comment, we as women have to provide that safe space for our significant other. I'm very careful with saying things like that just because.
Oh, major turn off. I got you.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Tiffany said it's a major turn off on both.
Oh,
okay.
I think that yes, I should provide a safe space for my husband. But of course it should be reciprocated. And also there has to be a point in time where we know that women are more emotional. We know that men are more prideful. What are we doing about it? Because I think that we're going to continue having these same conversations and clashing, but we're not actually acting on the things that we are constantly complaining about. I know I'm prideful. Let me try to balance and figure out where I can meet her emotionally. I know I'm emotional. Let me balance and figure out where to meet him and gain some pride. I think that we know these things, but we're not acting on them to make them better and make relationships and whatever better.
I think it's all about knowing your partner's intentions, man. Like if you believe and love your partner, and you know they're not here to hurt you and whatnot. Like stop seeing like if you know he's a private person, stop seeing that as he's being closed to me and he's not being like that's like he'll have to learn to bring himself down and have conversations with each other too, and learn this is how I perceive things, this is how I view things, and so that way you learn your partner better, and you don't have like all those arguments and things like that because you know who you with. Like in my opinion, I feel like you're saying we don't really do anything about it, and we just sit to a point where this is just how it is. And if you do that in relationships, like nobody's gonna grow, and like you can't grow together if you stay stagnant and like this is just how I am. Like you gotta push past that. Brandon, you got any thoughts?
No, I totally agree with everything that's been said, from the comments to our comments to the comments.
Oh yeah. Tiffany just said, with the safe space, I shouldn't have to argue or have a bad day at work and come home and argue as well.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that being said, y'all, we just reached our hour limit on our show, y'all. And I always try to keep it an hour because I know y'all got things to do out here in the world. But with that being said, I want to thank our amazing guests today. You guys were absolutely awesome. And I hope we will have you guys back with us again. I'll give y'all any last shots or any plugs that y'all want to have. Winfrey, man, you said tell everybody where you're working at again in the Richmond area so they know.
Mechanicsville, Sport Clips, Bell Creek. I do a few house calls every now and then, but not as much as I used to. So, and those house calls are twice as much as the shop. So, come in that shop, man. Winfrey Cuts with a Z on Instagram. Find me. B Winfrey _ personal account if you guys want to reach out.
Okay, yeah, y'all go look for him. Y'all ladies like him apparently. So, but y'all know he taking 7 years now. 7 years now. Don't go playing games. Don't go playing games. Miss Jamila.
Be kind to yourself. I will give you a mindfulness. Be mindful in the things that you say to people and the things that you do. Once words leave your mouth, you can never get them back. And words do hurt and they break people. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing, but you can break somebody's soul by what you say. So practice some grace with yourself, gratitude for others, and just be mindful in your present day relationships, situationships. Yeah, and happy birthday to me. Hey.
Happy birthday to you on the second. Everybody said they're proud of you. They said that's my cousin. So Tiffany's your cousin. Okay, I'm figuring this out. She said proud of you, boy.
Word salute.
Janelle.
Wash your face, wash your body with soap and water, and moisturize.
Hot water.
And moisturize after. Honor your individual self in whatever way that may be. Don't be ashamed for being who you are. And since we're talking about relationships, if you are in one, just let it be. Just affirm beauty over it. Try not to let the outside world enter, because the second you do, you're going to become very clouded and confused. You know what you're doing. You deserve nothing but the best. So just speak over that over your relationship.
Brittany says, love you. Great job, Chocolate. Is that the missus?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I thought that was her name for your Chocolate. Okay, all right. But she said, hey,
that's been my name since I came out the womb, man.
No, Chocolate.
They don't call me by my name no more.
I ain't calling you that.
No, don't do that. No.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, let me. Y'all know I always got to say something crazy at the end. So this is it, ladies. Y'all got them nails now, and y'all got them little Sonic rings hanging from them and little characters and stuff about the clip. How you wiping your ass?
God dang.
How?
That's a great question.
How are you wiping your ass?
No, girl, they got 6-inch nails, bro.
And 6 inches. How you doing it? Because you ain't gonna walk across my TV with that. You leaving a streak. Because I know you are. Explain to me. Unless you have a bidet at your house.
Ain't no salad getting tossed.
Holding a fork all looking stupid at the restaurant, holding a fork like that. Stop it. Leave it in 23. We in 24 now. We're doing better than that.
Oh, goodness.
Unless you got a bidet, and if you don't know what a bidet is, it's that booty wash, that little hole that be. Unless you got one of those, why your nails like that?
That's a great question, man.
I don't want to know what. Have we swabbed under them nails? You know what we find?
Ain't nobody answer that in the chat, in the comments.
No, they ain't answering it because they know.
They can't.
So if you thinking about going there, that's a turn off for me. That's why we lose interest. Because I know you ain't interested in wiping your ass.
So you did laundry and was disappointed?
Laundry was disappointed. You buying new packs of underwear all the time, and I'm wondering why. That's why. That's why. That's the only thing savage about your Fenty. That's the only thing.
God.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing. But we appreciate you ladies who keep the French tip and the nice cut. We love that. That'll keep us interested. We keep them nails done. We love that. Keep that going.
Ooh,
What
you're
color you
boring.
go for though, bro?
You're
What
boring.
color? What color?
What's the color that does it for you?
Oh, color. It depends on the girl. It got to compliment the skin, man.
It
Right
don't
now,
matter.
boy,
Well, we're black, so
you already
everything.
know I love that red.
Give me that white.
You know I love that
All white.
red. You know I love that red. All white. Oh,
All
in the
white.
summertime, boy,
Ooh, boy.
I ain't gonna turn the system on. The system ain't never. Y'all ain't never gonna hear that. Y'all get annoyed. Y'all hear that beat? I'll never turn it on. You got them white toes. And wear one of them loud color bathing suits, one of them lime green bathing suits, something like that, but with them white toes. Woo! I can't wait till the weather get warm.
We can wait too many gyms.
Boy, I can't wait till the weather get warm. Can't wait. Them white toes.
Side boob out there and all that.
Side boob with the sundress.
Ooh.
That's gonna be me in Hawaii this week. Loud bathing suit.
Well, we ain't gonna be in Hawaii this week. I'm in
Okay,
St.
well,
Louis.
Bubblegum Candy 21. Follow me for the bathing suits and the toes.
White toes. All right, we appreciate y'all. Thanks y'all for watching. Thanks for coming out in such big numbers. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to you, and be like they said, be good to yourself this week, man. Everybody needs to be good to themselves. With that being said, we love you. Peace.
Yeah.